Hello everybody, today we're going to be building a lamp out of an old camshaft. This is the camshaft that we pulled from the Ford 4.9 engine that we are building, the one we're building with a turbo. It's going to be awesome. A quick trip to the local hardware store will net you this, which is a Harp. This is what has the threads on the end to hold the shade. You can also get, I guess it's called a, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm going to butcher it and you guys are going to make fun of me in the comments. So this basically just threads onto there, and it's a Texas star, or it's a star, but hey, this is Texas, so that looks cool. And then you are going to need some of these. These are threads which our base, this is a pull socket. Our pull socket has threads on the bottom of it, and that threads onto these. So this we're going to drop down into there, or possibly tap and thread that into there. It looks like it already has some kind of threads in there. I'm not sure what they are though. Thread that into there, thread our base onto there. The base and this threads onto the same thing. I'll show you. We also got some of these chain connectors. So this is pull chain. You can also get this at got all of this at Lowe's. So this is the pull chain. Basically you just pull it and it clicks this. And the reason we're going with a pull chain instead of a regular lamp, I'll show you in just a minute. I also want to get some lamp cord.
Here's what we're going to try to base our lamp off of. As you can see, the pull chain is a spark plug, which is really cool. A quick trip to the auto parts store, and now we have a spark plug. This is from the same engine the Cam is from. Now we're going to take our pull chain, which we bought at Lowe's, and we're just going to solder it right to the tip of the spark plug. As you can see, that's just solder. Just get a soldering iron, turn it pretty much all the way up to get heat into that spark plug, and then solder it together. As you can see here, I'm feeling the chain. You want one that's made out of metal, otherwise you won't be able to solder it. A plastic one will work, but you'll have to use like some kind of epoxy or JB weld to get it to stick. So I just got a metal one and was able to solder it. As you can see, it's not going anywhere.
Now normally we would grab a tap and die and try to tap that. Looks like it's already has some threads in it. So we're just going to see if we can thread it, because the threads look somewhat fine, so maybe we can at least get that in there a little bit. And what do you have it? That actually went in there maybe a turn and a quarter, turn and a half. So we tore these boxes apart, and this is really the only Harp I could find. Now to put this together, our Harp sits like that. Then you grab this, and you just start to thread that on there. Now with our first trial, whenever we threaded this all the way down, this was sticking out too much and our threads bottomed out, so I just grabbed some vice grips and threaded that in there a little more. You can see that's not going anywhere, so there's really no need to tack weld that. Now this is threaded on here, and when that threads on there, it keeps this tight, so this isn't going anywhere. So in order to attach our pull chain, we're just going to cut this right there. I went to my contact and I got this, it's braided brake line I believe, and I just had him cut me a 5-foot section, fed the cord through. Looks pretty cool. Now this is the shade we picked up. It's just kind of a, whoops, uh-oh, it's just kind of a matte black. Drop that on there. Let's give it a test. And it works. We'll center this up as much as we can. We'll just put some tacks on it. I don't know how this is going to weld, because I think this might be cast iron. It doesn't look awful. It doesn't look good. And it works. If you make one of these, there's a couple of tips. You'd have to do a little bit of research, but there are some engines, I believe some GM engines, that I believe the LS engines specifically, and the cam is hollow through the center. So that'd give you a place to run your cord. Then I guess you could just maybe drill it out right there, and or I mean in the back of course, drill it out and then run your cord so it wouldn't look like this. But I'm probably going to do something with this to give it a little bit of a better look, but I like it. If you want to go one step further, you can either paint this. I like the non-painted look of it. As you can see, that's what our base looks like after we just kind of did it with the flap wheel. A little bit of spatter from the welding, but it's not that noticeable. If you really wanted, you could polish this to a mirror finish, maybe coat this in some kind of lacquer or clear coat, so that it doesn't rust, but it's inside and air conditioned inside, of course, so I don't think rust will be a big problem.
As you can see, there's all kinds of different ways to do this. Just get creative. Just throw some stuff together, see what you can come up with. That was a timing chain, and this one you can barely see it. The picture's not very good, but those are round air filters as the shade, which is pretty cool. This one I read about the guy who made this one, and that the shade he made himself with metal. That has the timing gears on it. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways you can do that. This one here has the distributor, and the spark plug wire is actually the cord. I mean, just get creative. Just throw some stuff together. There's all kinds of different cool ways you can do this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.